Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. They go play action here on first down. Pass incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson going to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mario Edwards getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Barber. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll go with a keeper, and he will push forward and pick up the first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Handoff comes to Cook. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that is incomplete here.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, Golden Tate. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. Intended that time for Cooper. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he finds Daniels. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Garoppolo on first down. He completes it to Tate. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 13. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start the drive with Cook. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Play action. It's Jackson. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Silver. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action. Now Jackson. Caught left side, Williams. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
All right, here we go.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They go play action now. Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. Jackson now off the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Here we go. 11.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. A dump down to McKinnon. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. A dump down to McKinnon. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Baltimore after this. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Detroit! Detroit!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now it's Tate. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Elsewhere, 2nd quarter in D.C. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Garoppolo hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down, and they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. That one was intended for John Brown, and it's third down. The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that he pops up the football near his own goal line, and the Ravens have got it. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They'll run for it with Cook, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Jackson on second down. And the Raiders have got him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Now look at 56. 39. Look at 56. 39. Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Allen Hurns, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And Tate's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play fake. Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Set! 3-19! Detroit! 3-19!
On second down, here's Jackson. That complete to Lamar Miller. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Jackson now, operating from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barber. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Ravens on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. 3-19! Gun! 3-19! Gun!
Operating from the gun. Jackson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Cook following the penalty. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Detroit!
3rd and goal, Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
11.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And now here's Ross. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Garoppolo on first down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
13.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo going for the deep ball. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. Back now in Baltimore. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tahir Whitehead coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They go play action with Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bruce Irvin in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule, What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Garoppolo now. And Daniels has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A give. This is Cook. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Watch the pass! Watch the pass! Here we go! Here we go!
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he finds Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Here's Jackson to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tahir Whitehead in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews went to complete. That one goes for 24 yards. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
He's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Got a man. It's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Leopard! Leopard!
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
12, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's brought down. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Willie Henry in there to get him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
11.
Now Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We got 4. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big